Hi everybody, it's Julie with Tuesday Tips at 10, and I apologize for the delay because I had to go back to my phone because my stupid Logitech camera won't connect. Love technology, don't you? Anyway, coming on to you today to talk to you a little bit about the dangers of household chemicals. I know Earth Day is Easter Sunday coming up, and this is a area that's kind of near and dear to my heart. My mom died of lung cancer when I was 9, and she never smoked. So you would think people that have lung cancer, that's kind of linked to smoking, but when in actuality, she was exposed to a lot of household chemicals. Was a stay-at-home mom for a lot of years and then went into the workforce after I was born and was working all the time, but she worked at like cosmetic counters and fragrance counters. So she was constantly inhaling tons of dangerous chemicals. So this is kind of really important. Plus, as a mom, I see a lot of children and read a lot of horrible articles about children being poisoned in the home. And I'm sure you've heard the statistic about children. One of the leading causes of death for children under 4 is poisons in the home. And we all have heard about the laundry pods and the dishwashing pods and how toxic and deadly they are and stuff. But I kind of wanted to bring you some statistics and some information I wanted to share with you. Please share this with any new mom or a pregnant mom, because really and truly you want to get these toxic chemicals out of the home. All right, so got to put on my readers because gosh, we're at that age. Isn't that terrible? All right, now this information actually comes from the MSDS sheets of some of these cleaners. All right, so keep this in mind. Air fresheners. I don't know where along the line the company said that your house stinks and you need to spray all these chemicals around so it doesn't smell. We've gotten brainwashed into all that. But just to give you an example, they contain highly flammable propellants that can cause irritation to the eyes, lung irritation, and including asthma-like symptoms. They contain butane, propane, ammonia, phenol, and formaldehyde. Harms include cancer, central nervous system damage, liver damage, and cancer tumors. This is information that comes, I'm not making this up, this is information that is actually based on the manufacturer's material safety data sheets, or MSDS sheets, and from the National Poison Control Center. So again, I'm not making this information up, I'm sharing this information from the manufacturers and from the Poison Control Center. So air fresheners are probably one of the most popular and also the most toxic. And the aerosol ones like Lysol and stuff that you spray on your fabrics actually makes them more flammable. So if your house was to catch on fire, your carpet and your fabrics that you've sprayed that on will ignite quicker. Because it's a residue. It leaves if you think it disappears just because you don't see it, it doesn't. It leaves a chemical residue. And if you have little ones or even pets, think about it. They're putting their faces on that material. So if you wouldn't spray it in your baby's face, why are you spraying it on their bedding and their carpets and the couches that they put their faces on? Okay. Next one, all-purpose cleaners. They're a strong lung irritant. They can cause mild to moderate damage to the eyes. Fumes can cause weakness and dizziness. They contain ammonia, 2-butoxyethanol, and phenol, and they're linked to cancer, reproductive disorders, kidney and liver damage, and can cause chronic lung irritation. This is just your basic cleaners, your multi-purpose cleaners. All right, and I'm just picking out a few here. Laundry detergent. Extremely strong eye irritant, can cause corneal damage if they was to get splashed in the eye. Can irritate the skin. Vapors can cause coughing, labored breathing, in severe cases death. They contain ethanol, triethylene glycol. Repeated exposure can cause chronic lung irritation, and exposure to skin could cause dermatitis. When you have, you or your children have skin problems, eczema, or just regular skin irritation, think about what you're laundering your clothes in. Same with the fabric softeners, and here in the fabric softener area, that's the skin irritant. Vapors can cause headaches, dizziness, nausea, labored breathing, and in severe cases death. Can aggravate asthma symptoms. And they contain the same thing. They contain a lot of formaldehyde and ingredients that are fragrant and that type of thing. If you are experiencing any type of respiratory issue, or your children aren't, allergies, asthma, anything like that, skin problems, you just have dermatitis where you just don't understand why you're getting these rashes, or your children are getting these rashes, or you have problems with eczema, think about what you're washing your clothes in, because chances are that's the problem. All right. A couple other things. Of course, toilet bowl cleaners and oven cleaners are considered the most toxic ones out there, and they are the ones that are, if there's not a lot of hope if your child ingests that, along with the dishwashing powder, the automatic dishwashing powder. Those are so toxic that if your child survives, they'll probably have permanent esophageal damage if they were to swallow it and have multiple surgeries. So these are ingredients that we keep in our homes. A lot of us keep in our homes. We clean our homes. We want a clean home, right? And we want products that work. We want products that are easy to use, that work, and don't cost an arm and a leg. So, and I haven't come across anyone that says, I want to use a caustic, dangerous chemical in my home. No one wants to do that. No one wants to poison the environment, or poison their children, or poison their pets. They just need a product that's easy to use, that's easy to get, and actually works, right? We don't have time to sit there and scrub stains and everything. And that's why I recommend Shaklee's products. And the reason being is they were green back in 1950s. Back when green was just a color and biodegradable, no one knew what that meant. But Shaklee had the forethought to say, why are we using chemicals that are dangerous in our home? Well, since the 1950s, there's probably been over 150,000 chemicals added to our environment. What was in only the high-end scientific labs back then, as far as dangerous chemicals that were highly regulated and only used by professional scientists, are now available on our grocery store shelves, and we mix and match and everything else, and not knowing the dangers of what those chemicals can do. And a lot of these chemicals, that out of like 80,000, I think, chemicals and stuff that are available, only a small fraction have been tested for toxicity, and never have they been mixed together. So if you're using different chemicals and you're mixing them, you're playing with fire that has not been tested by scientists. So they're already dangerous on their own. You start mixing them and you're making a concoction. I mean, we already know that bleach is dangerous when mixed with ammonia. But to use bleach in the bathroom? And if you've got little boys that kind of miss the toilet, you're actually mixing ammonia with bleach. Small amounts, and it may not kill you at that time, but it's going to start causing problems over time. All right. I highly recommend getting some green products. I know a lot of products out there that state they're green aren't really green, meaning they're not necessarily safe for you or the environment. So you must do your homework. And that's where I came across Shaklee. I was doing my homework and decided I want to use a safe product, especially after my kid was born. It was like, I don't want to poison him. He's too precious to me. So I highly recommend you getting some education and learning all you can about the dangerous chemicals in your home. To make it easier for you, I'm going to provide you a little bit of an incentive. This month, in celebration of Earth Day, I am going to offer free shipping. Well, actually, I was going to do it, and the company beat me to it. We're going to offer free shipping on any order that contains a Get Clean Starter Kit, and I'll put a link to it in the comments below. And then also, when you buy a starter kit, they're going to plant a tree in your honor. So in your name, there will be a tree planted. I think that's really awesome because Arbor Day is coming up too. Also, I want to invite you to a webinar that's coming up tomorrow, Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. So Wednesday the 17th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And just come on and learn about some of the green products that are available out there and why they're worth using. Because a lot of people say, well, I'm not spending all this money on these green products. They're too expensive. If I could show you a way to use products that work as good and oftentimes better than the toxic store brands, and I can save you, your health and your children's health, and I can save you money at the same time, would you be interested in hearing that? And if you are, come join us tomorrow, Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern Time, and just sit in and tell us what you think, later. And then so I'll put the link to that to register for that. It's free. You just need to save your virtual seat, and then I hope you'll join us. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. If you have any questions about chemicals in the home, or how to use green chemicals and make them work, or how they save you money, please get with me. I would be happy to answer any question you might have, and if I don't know the answer, I know where to go to find it. You guys have a great day. Get out there and enjoy nature. Bye-bye.